The earliest manifestations of Greek literature were poetic in nature, crafted primarily for public performances rather than personal consumption. Among the early Greek poets, Homer stands out, although he was part of an established tradition of oral poetry. Homer's epic poetry, despite emerging during a time when Greeks were beginning to adopt written forms of communication, was likely composed and transmitted orally. The first poet known to have composed their work in writing was Archilochus, a lyric poet from the mid-7th century BC. Tragedy as a literary form began to take shape towards the end of the Archaic period, drawing inspiration from various elements of late Archaic poetry genres. Comedy made its entrance towards the start of the Classical period, with the first recorded instance associated with the year 486 BC when a comedy competition became an official part of the city Dionysia festival in Athens. However, the earliest preserved ancient comedy is Aristophanes' Acharnians, which debuted in 425 BC. Parallel to poetry, Greek prose also had its roots in the Archaic period. The earliest Greek philosophers, historians, and medical writers emerged during the 6th century BC. Prose began to gain prominence with the presocratic philosophers Anaximander and Anaximenes, although Thales of Miletus, often regarded as the first Greek philosopher, left no written records. Prose as a distinct genre reached its maturity during the Classical era, giving rise to significant categories such as philosophy, history, rhetoric, and dialogue. The Hellenistic period witnessed a shift in the epicenter of Greek literature from Athens, where it thrived during the Classical period, to Alexandria. Meanwhile, Hellenistic rulers like the Antigonids and the Attalids became patrons of scholarship and literature, transforming Pella and Pergamon into hubs of culture and learning. This era saw the establishment of the Museum at Alexandria, which played a crucial role in preserving ancient Greek literature. The Library of Alexandria, a part of the museum, aimed to gather copies of all known Greek authors, a monumental effort that contributed significantly to the survival of Greek literary works. Most of the surviving Hellenistic literature is in the form of poetry, known for its intellectual depth, fusion of various genres and traditions, and avoidance of linear narratives. In the Hellenistic period, literature began to transition from public performance to private reading. The rise of Rome, marked by Octavian's victory at Actium in 31 BC, also played a pivotal role in the evolution of Greek literature. Many prominent Greek authors, including Strabo and Dionysius of Halicarnassus, migrated to Rome during this period. The long 2nd century, from around 80 AD to 230 AD, was a time of significant innovation in Greek literature, particularly in the realm of prose. During this period, the novel gained prominence, and display oratory experienced a revival, leaving a lasting impact on Greek literary traditions.